When you meet a chef like Zuri, you know that there is a really good story behind all the food that he creates. That's who we're with today. Chef Z, thanks so much. We finally get to hang out, Chef.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you.
And thank you for having us at Luchador Food Truck.
Yes, welcome to Luchador.
This is your baby, right?
It is my baby. It is a food truck inspired on authentic Mexican food. I want to show my roots, I want to show my food, and nothing better than show it with pork dishes.
You know what? We love your roots. We love that you're bringing those flavors from your childhood here to Colorado. Tell me about where you grew up and when you moved here to Colorado.
Yeah, well, I'm from Mexico City. I grew up there until I was 15 years old, and I moved to Denver, Colorado. I've been here in Denver since I'm 15, 2002 till now, and I love it. And I finally can express myself through my food.
You do express yourself. There are so many colors, so many great flavors that are popping out. Tell me about these dishes here today.
Of course. Well, we're using some Berkshire local pork from Colorado. It's a slow braised pork shank, pibil style. This is a plate from Yucatan, from the south of Mexico. So we have some pickled red onions right on top of that. Then we got some micros, a little bit of radishes. And the pork itself, it melts in your mouth. It just comes out of the bone. They used to cook it back in the day underground on the pit. Now we braise it here in banana leaves in the oven. But if you get the real deal, come to Luchador. It's the closest thing you're gonna have. Yes, it's so amazing.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna eat that for lunch.
Of course.
Right? Of course.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Second dish here, right here. Amazing to drink. I work in a lot of local breweries, and then you need something to salivate, something that make you drink and something that want to eat back again. So we have pork belly chicharrones on top of our famous guacamole. Then we have a guajillo salt right on top of that, and of course, just a little bit of lime to add a little bit more acidity.
Oh, yes.
Know?
You know, that squeeze of fresh lime juice makes such a difference. It makes the flavors pop.
Exactly. You know, it's like a mouthwash, I'll say. Whenever you add acidity to any dish, it's like a new bite every time. It doesn't get boring. It's just like you find new different flavors.
Layers and layers of flavors.
Exactly.
That's what we love to see and
Yes.
taste.
And finally, this is one of my favorites. This is my comfort food. I will eat this every single day, and it takes me back when I went to middle school in Mexico City.
Oh,
you know, I come back from home and the basic diet, potatoes, beans, meat, and salsa, right? So we have that in there. Crispy rosette potatoes. We got some melted cheese right on the bottom. Of course, some black beans and our pastor, classic pastor, right? A little bit of roasted pineapple, guacamole, and pickled onions as well. I love to cook pastor. Why? It just takes me back in the day, the achiote, the comino, all those spices together when they used to grind it back in the day. Now it's like we can put it on a dish and everybody gets to enjoy it.
Chef, tell me about these flavors that you grew up with and using pork. Did your family use it a lot? Was that something that you guys kind of relied on?
You know, yes, pork in Mexico is so affordable, even here, you know. If you don't have money to buy a steak, you go for the pork. Mm-hmm. And I think it's even delicious, more delicious than the beef.
I
You know,
agree
if you know
with
how to
you.
cook it right. I mean, you can make steaks pork, you can make carnitas, you can make stews, you can make, you name it, anything, sausages, you know.
But you can also go the healthier route too with the leaner cuts.
Exactly, leader cut, a little bit of water, some herbs, put it on the oven, and when it comes out, it's tender. You know, you don't add any grease, you don't add any flavors. It's just the natural fat of the pork that helps the connective tissue break, and you end up with something delicious.
Every time.
Every time, yes.
It's really hard to mess it up. That's why
Exactly.
we fall in love with it over and over again. So you grew up eating this. These are things that your family made, and you're kind of reinventing the cuisine here in Colorado.
Well, I grew up eating this, right? And I work some of the best restaurants here in Denver, and now I apply my technique to my roots. And I feel so honored to now I can make Mexican food with technique and on flair without losing the culture. The cultural side for me is important because every dish that you make has to have a story. And that way when you bite into it, it will take you to that place. And they have a story, then my work is done. I make you happy.
His work is done. Chef, the tradition, it's all about that tradition and taking you back in time or reinventing something to maybe push it forward in time so you know that you're creating dishes that people will carry on, you know, for generations to come.
It's like leaving your print on this earth with your food.
Yes!
You said it, yes.
So Chef Zuri is incredible because not only does he have his own business and his own food truck, but he's also a part of the Hispanic Restaurant Association. And this group of chefs that we've really come and seen, they're kind of reinventing reinventing our scene and giving people all these opportunities they would never otherwise have had.
Exactly. I feel like the doors were there. I think the association, we just opened it for them. We have so many talented chefs here in Denver. We just want to show them off. We already created a top Hispanic chef, which was a success.
That was so much fun last year.
Bringing chefs like Estobel all the way from Mexico City to here. He was one of the chefs from the Queen of London. So he's a great chef. I mean, just cooking side by side and bringing all the Latinos in it and inspire them. That's our job as an association.
Well, we love that you're bringing these flavors, not just yourself, but the entire Hispanic Restaurant Association, bringing those flavors from different people's childhoods. Denver is this wonderful melting pot of flavors when it comes to our culinary scene. And guys, it wouldn't be that way without chefs like, Zuri coming and making his footprint and introducing us to these dishes that you had as a childhood. Tug on your heartstrings, huh? Of course.
Yes.
Oh, Chef, thank you.
Thank you so much.
For sharing your story and for kind of giving us that insight into how you create your dishes, where they've come from, and a taste of your childhood back home in Mexico City.
That's the best.
Oh, we love it. All right, go on a little journey with us, uncover these incredible flavors coming from chefs all across our state. Go to COPork.org and follow us on social media at Colorado Pork Producers Council.